Heads up. Just be glad there's a rope. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Slice and dice. All that exercise helps. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Oh, it's locked. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Quite a shock to the system. Let's try that again. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Carve it out. Sharp steel. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
En paso, Don Pupu,
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just... He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way... He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and the legend of the one-eyed child that grew. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial... There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma, and... He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at... Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get it. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out forever. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of... You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. You'll need a... You handle that net like you've never done anything. One day, he hopes the tree... But today, you're... Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, from this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. not even your Mooma. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now the tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the world. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you. There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out-of-Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of... Out-of-Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. They've restroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Let's see. Says you're welcome to stay as long as you want. Says they're wary of strangers. Says everyone wants to see the Sifu. You're in luck, though.
Zata idzie mój to tloho. Kariesne stace. Paro, ja put
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you.
Tel novazi ale dlohodo.
The wall that separates them from the other side, the wasteland you came from.
Padafu uflete.
There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can...
O visoko dolatsi ne.
Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples.
Zum ilam dat nete.
Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it was based on...
Mali muzamit.
Jackney doesn't want a new unity between... Says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side.
Nalest stari dat.
He wasn't sure you'd do that, but it seems your mind...
Ives yete reklidekle.
The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor.
Na oko kiza.
Their kin must put an end to the war before war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
Oh.
Even if you see the world differently, you must hit them as soon.
Zivot.
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you.
Od listen in your way.
Once you've conquered the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu for control of their territory.
Od listen in your way.
Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village.
Vlada.
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul.
Vlada.
Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival out. Heard the Jackney tribe are happy to be your pals, but chirp. Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. Tells you that everyone that's taking everything for... Shopkeeper claims you won't be able to find better goods. Says you're welcome back.
زاد العقل فرت عجيناي كلفة بأجاناني.
The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort.
Hefula, Shimaka Tremen.
Says everyone wants to see that.
Is the more
He knows things that you need to know.
Iglis moi toksadaga.
Wouldn't be surprised
Zata.
seeing you.
Pinatofo.
He remembers your kind.
Pinatofo.
Anyway, you'll pass your...
Nui kayokyu.
Thinks you like Lobo. She's an ad...
Nui kayokyu.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. health.